Tell me you ready.
Alright, let's go. You can say it's Mossberg Montana and then say the phrase.
It's Mossberg Montana. I'm with misunderstood. Understand or understood?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood, but okay. This your boy Mossberg Montana, and I'm rocking with Misunderstood Production. What is understand is understood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit'll never stop. Flexing all of my ops. Your family and your friend, nigga, your mom, dudes, and your pops. Been holding it down for years.
Alright, so tell the people, you know, where you from, who you are, what you do.
I'm Mossberg Montana. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. West actually. I'm a music producer, songwriter. This is my passion. This is my job. This ain't no hobby for me. So I make beats for a lot of local artists around here. A lot of talent around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the holy city. So, you know, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know.
Word. When and how did you get started making beats?
I got started like, I might have been 9 to 10. I grew up with some people in my neighborhood from West Ashley, a hood called Ashleyville. They were already musically talented on another level, and they kind of just give me the game, you know. I picked up on the rapping first, but as I got older, I kind of picked up on the beats and stuff like that. And basically, they give me the game. They show me how they were rocking. I soaked it up. You know, it's something I love, and my talent turned into a hobby, and my hobby turned into a business.
So did like the people in Ashleyville, did they teach you how to make beats, or did you teach yourself?
I taught myself, but they were a heavy influence. You know what I'm saying? They were already kind of on it, really, if it was just a pastime that they did, you know what I'm saying, they're having fun, but they were so talented that it was something that I wanted to pick up on. And I'm talking about like a whole hood full of people who was doing it. Like, it wasn't just one person. Like, the whole hood either could have rap, make beats, record, or something like that. Like, yes, like, yeah. Like,
damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, alright. Well, with that being said, so you would just start making beats for everybody in Ashleyville?
Well, no, it didn't start in Ashleyville. Ashleyville was more the fun where I had. I moved to North Charleston at a certain point of time. I ran into some people. We had like a little rap group, and at the time I was just the producer who was making the beats. Like, the job was just to make the beats so we can go to the studio and have fun. And I don't think it got serious until I think Mel from the Lab Junkies, you know what I'm saying, he came and I was just playing some beats, and he was like, hey, I like that beat, let me buy that from you. And that just, you know, just how everybody else, they opened up a light in my head, and ever since then, that really kind of created the whole point of selling beats and being a producer. So I was making beats, but when he really bought the beat and I felt that money, it was only $40 too, but it was like, damn, like, you know, like, I can do this to get that. I started the whole thing, you know. So.
That was going to be another question I was going to ask. Like, when did you dip into the business side of it?
I guess around that, when I was 21, 22, don't quote me on that. But that's how it happened, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how I met them, but for some reason, somehow, you know, I know it was just some hobby stuff for us going to the studio, and somehow I met him, might have been word of mouth. I remember he came to my mom's house. I used to set up in the garage, and I played a beat, and I always remember like yesterday when he bought it, he paid $40 for it, and I remember how I felt just getting that money. $40 at that time to do your hobby was like, alright, shit, you know. So after that,
it went on after that.
Like,
what would you say is your ideal song, like your Charleston song, like this, like, you
the
know,
song
like,
that I felt like that I produced?
Yeah, like, this my shit. Like,
I mean, I love all the hits that I produced, you know what I'm saying? I had a certain feeling for it because they had a certain definition of my life. Like, Bounce by Lab Junkie, that was the first one, and like, I'm gonna always love that because I got me off the porch, you know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, they were already way bigger than me. I was just coming up, but I remember how I used to go to Kush Lounge, and I used to dap out rappers and be like, hey, my name Mossberg, I made that beat. Hey, I'm Mossberg, I made that beat. I remember the grind. So Bounce always gonna hold a special love for me. You know, Clappery was the Mossberg Montana.
Mossberg on the beat, so I'ma give him hell. Girl, you clapping reed, girl, you real clapping reed.
You know what I'm saying? That was the, alright, that nigga now, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got that might be, it was like,
Mossberg Montana.
I might be shooting CeeLo with the trap niggas.
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can't fuck with me. I got the hit. So every song kind of solidified a certain point in my life. You know what I'm saying? But I can't pick one over the other. But Bounce started the shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Bounce started it. You know, so I'm gonna have to say Bounce. I ain't gonna lie. That was my first hit in the city.
Listen, I remember when Bounce came out because I wasn't even living in Charleston. I was living in Florence because that's where I went to school at.
Right.
But I remember coming, same thing with Clappery too.
Yeah.
But I remember when I heard it, I was like, damn, this shit hard as a bitch. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Dog, so I would even come to like the club just to hear that shit, dog.
Clappery hit hard. Bounce was raw, but Clappery hit
Clappery hit hard.
Like,
Listen.
I was like, Jesus. Like, yeah,
Clappery been too hard,
Yeah.
bro. It done got so hard to where like I had to put that shit on my shit too. Like I have hoodies, you know what I'm saying, with Charleston words and phrases and stuff like that. Clappery been one of them.
Ass clapping, girl, you clapping.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't know why that song hit so hard.
I know. It was the perfect timing. It was the perfect timing.
I could definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. Now, I've been having this issue like where after I graduated college, I came back home and I was just networking with a bunch of different artists, and like a lot of the artists would kind of say the same things when we would be asking about whether or not or why there's not a lot of Charleston artists that's made it mainstream just yet.
I just feel like it's just timing. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is a retirement city for one, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the city is not really a music city, but due to the fact that we have a lot of talent down here, we feel that it is. But it's timing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna come. I think people need to be patient and just be on their job, but for right now, you know, it was a lot of, for people who was on the forefront, it was a lot of, they fucking up, bad deals, going to jail. Niggas ain't wanna leave the street. There's a lot of shit that came with it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel Charleston gonna have their time. I feel it. You know, you have some people like, oh, I'm gonna run to the E and all that. Like, I kind of been there before, like, oh, Charleston ain't gonna do. But right now, I'm with the hometown. I get love down here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I ain't like everybody else. Like, oh, Charleston no support. Shit. That's bullshit. I get a lot of support. I living off Charleston support right now. You know what I'm saying? So. Just be patient. If you're talented, you can be talented forever. I am in my 30s and I'm talented. You know what I'm saying? So, just be patient. It'll come.
That was gonna be another thing I was gonna ask. Like, if you feel like people in Charleston, like artists in Charleston, don't work together.
Oh no. I mean, they do, but it's hood shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of. You know, it's a lot of beef, it's a lot of stuff like that, and I understand it, you know what I'm saying, but you get to a certain point that if it makes sense to work with somebody, like they might be a producer who I might not like, who might be from another side, but if it's starting to make sense, that money becomes before that beef. So that's cool. Like, if I can make an understanding with that person, if he a realist like me, then I'm gonna kill that shit. Because two head better than one, you know what I'm saying? So if it's a beef that y'all can come to understand it just to make a better point of view, then they need to kill that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that. Like,
I definitely
like two heads better than one, period. And we all trying to go to one goal, so I understand certain shit you can't come back from. I understand that. I ain't gonna be like, oh, y'all need to know. I understand you might not have to rock with him, but if it's some petty shit, man, bump all that. You know? Right.
I was about to say the same thing, because a lot of people let like little petty shit stop the grind, and you know, like y'all could really be putting on for the city, but because y'all small petty beef, like that just stopped that whole deal right there.
Right.
That's crazy. Oh no, I from Charleston.